It's Sunday, May 24th. It's around 4:04. It's like realizing increasingly, but it's like really, really transparent today, right now. But like, if they can't find me, if they like lose sight of me, they're like constantly stalking me. They is like the Illuminati, Masons, / etc., churches, whoever. It's like half the world. It's fucking crazy. But it's like, if I take an unexpected stop off my bus, or I walk a path I haven't walked before, literally, it's like there's literally within 3 minutes a helicopter going overhead trying to find me. It's something like I wouldn't have believed. It's like, and then they're always sending in someone else, and there's lots of, excuse me, I want to just eat some food privately. I have like no privacy, even though I have no friends, and it's like I'm alone all the time, but I have no privacy. Anyway, then they send this one lady who, oh yeah, she just really needed to walk here in this like deserted little area I found, right? Yeah, like it's already been revealed to me, like it's all over the world. It's like this lady happened to be like Chinese, and she wasn't speaking. I mean, she might have been speaking lowly on the phone, but I couldn't really overhear her. And I'm not trying to be racist or something like that, but it's like it really is. There are Chinese only speaking, like not English and Chinese speaking. There are people in other countries who only speak other languages, not English, and who are obsessed with me. There are people all over the world who are obsessed with me. They've been watching me like my whole life and feeding off of me, and it's really like, I never watched The Truman Show, so I've seen, snippets, like I've seen the preview or whatever, but so I don't know what all really happens in it. But it's like, my life has truly been like The Truman Show, as far as everyone in it has been like a handler, someone playing a part, and everyone but me knows this is just a skit. I'm not really your husband for 28 years, right? You know what I mean? Like it's really crazy. And when you realize the magnitude of what all it is, and then it's like, what I possess is so valuable. Like who I am creatively, sexually, like who I am. It's me. The me that was supposed to, quote, submit to really a complete fool just because he's a man. But all of that is just a ploy. The Bible is their book, and it's just a way of many ways they use to get someone to like not walk in their power. And of course, being molested as a child since infancy, and raped repetitively and those kind of things, being bullied by people who were part of this, who were my like middle school classmates and such, like on and on and on in your whole life. It's just like, then they attach, or at least try to attach, dark entities to you. And while I was still sleeping with my husband, my false husband, whatever, Terry, Tracy, Terry, whatever his real name is, but he was able to like at least attach a dark entity to me as much as possible. I really had a lot of battle I was fighting, and I was a Christian then, and the way I looked at it was a spiritual war, but I looked at it as like Satan or his minions, which is kind of like that. But wanted me to like take my life, and I knew that, you know, it wasn't me. I didn't want to do that. And it was like hell. It really was a battle. It was ongoing, and it was, you know, really bad for a certain amount of time, and I really couldn't begin to try to expand on exactly how long and what all it was. It wasn't constant, but I remember really just crying out. I was crying out to Jesus, which I didn't know was a false God, part of their, it's almost like, let's say Jesus and Satan are real, which I don't really think they are, but it's almost like Jesus is Satan and them in spirit form are like really more like what the Trinity is. Like Asmodee is really the God that they're serving. There's so much to it, and I don't understand it all. I just know that right now it is so apparent to me, like the magnitude of, like, you know, who I am and how much they've tried to stop me, because they know like there's going to be this huge shift. They're losing power, and you know, I'm being attacked. Like, I can handle the attack so much stronger now than I was when I was like sleeping with Tracy. He was zapping me of my essence. You know, I was probably living off of 10% of all that I am, but I'm not sleeping with anybody, and I haven't been, and I have all of my energy. So I'm at the gym, and there's a song that has not played. They play the same stuff all the time, and kind of a mix of, you know, different genres, and usually it's, most of it's older, and I know it somewhat, even if it isn't something I would like. But today there was a song, and it was not familiar at all, and the lyrics were like, oof, really something, and I wish I could remember them exactly, but it was like something along the lines of, I don't want to let you go, please just try me, try it tonight, I can give you anything you want. Oh, and it had I know you have finer taste, I love Christian Dior. And I don't know what Dior means in French. Like, I don't know that word. I have to look that up. But the way that it came across was like an entity saying to me, you know, I could almost picture it being Satan, but I don't think that's necessarily the name of the entity. But it was like, you know, the whole of basically offering me anything I would want. And knowing I like the finer things, meaning like I have good taste, and I can like expensive things. And then the part about I like, or I love, or whatever it said, Christian Dior, it was like, made me just think of how they kill humans to like, excuse me, like to consume them, like to eat them and to drink their blood, like the blood of babies, the blood of, you know, really anyone who has like an innocency. And it's like, no. The answer is no. And I was answering like inwardly. I was like, because that's kind of how we travel the spirit realms, is like inner mind and inwardly, and which is why like all quote thoughts are not our thoughts. That's where we're attacked, and it's also where we might be encouraged by something outside of ourselves. And the answer is no. You know, I can't be bought. There's nothing I want enough that I would want to become a cannibal or a murderer. And you know, excuse me, and then it's like I'm thinking as this is happening at Gold's, and at that time I was like, I had showered, again, and I was, you know, like dressed for the day, and I was like, you know, maybe like putting on a little bit of makeup and deodorant and stuff, and I was looking in the mirror, and I was just like, this is crazy to me. Like, this song has never played here before that I've been coming, and I knew it was like being played specifically for me. Now, I don't know if someone who works at Gold's was putting it on per se, or if it's something just even like bigger than that, like it's, you know, a spirit somehow getting, a dark spirit somehow getting it to play. But it was like very real, like the offer. I would say the temptation, but I wasn't tempted by it. And like today, I'm telling you, like, I got off somewhere I normally do, but I did something different, and I could like feel I'm freaking out. And I saw, I saw Mary, which I already knew Mary. I knew from the first time we met. I knew you were one of them, just so you know. Just because I don't say, and just because I'm kind, I'm a kind person, it doesn't mean I agree with what you do. But you're not fooling me, and I saw you today. And so Mary's like on the phone, she's watching me get off the bus, and she's telling them, you know, I mean, I couldn't hear her, of course, but, you know, she's here, blah, 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 you know, like, they really are. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. And I mean, I'm telling you, once I sat in this little area that I'm at, which is where there are, some businesses that have gone out of business, and so it's still like a very nice building. It's not like decrepit, but it's like there's really no reason that anyone should be right over here. But I'm sitting here on like a sidewalk thing, you know, pavement, not asphalt, but anyway, it's like they literally are sending the helicopter overhead within, you know, 3 to 5 minutes. Like, I'm out of their sight. Certain people saw me cross the street. They saw, you know, which way I was headed, and it's like they got to get someone to intercept, you know. And so the Asian lady, I'm pretty sure, is the one, when she came by later, you know, she's on her phone, and, you know, she's whispering, yeah, she's just sitting there eating her lunch. Like, she's eating tomato sandwich. Maybe she couldn't tell, but it's like, just so y'all know, is eating tomato sandwich. Shocking. Obsessed. They're obsessed. So it's like, it's not Beyonce, it's not Oprah, it's not any of these, it's not Pink, it's not any of these people. It's not Aaliyah, it's not Tupac, it's not Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, it's not Elvis the pelvis. You know what kind of pelvis he was feeding off of? Because it's children. These people are pedophiles and cannibals, and I really can't think of anything worse than those two things. They really, they're about, you know, equal of how awful they are. And, you know, even someone that I don't want to think she is one, but I think she is one of them. And what did she say to me? I was eating vegetables the other day, and she said something like, you know, look at you. And I said, well, yeah, I'm part bunny, and I was just playing like I like vegetables, raw vegetables, you know. I think I was eating snow peas. And she said that she doesn't, you know, she doesn't do that, but she likes fruit. But she said, yeah, but, you know, to stay young, to have a youthful appearance, they say it's good to eat things that are, I think she said, enliven. And it wasn't until, might have even been the next evening, it didn't happen right away, but I got a download that she's one of them. And like, even though what she was referencing sounded like she was referencing maybe being like a vegetarian or something, eating just like fruits and vegetables, then the next time I talked to her, which I think was just yesterday. So that download had happened days before, and then she said something about seeing a deer, a fawn, die right in front of her, and she was telling me it kind of like how it happened on the road or whatever, and that she looked up and she saw the mother get run over. And I said something like, so both of them died? She said, yeah, but at least then they can be together. Well, literally last night the download was they killed Ethan. The they is it's more like my family members, but if you want to like include it being like who's really behind it and wanting this stuff done to like just to totally break me, and that means such despair that they can just keep siphoning and feeding and just maybe have me take myself out and destiny swap, that kind of thing. Well, anyway, the download was that she was kind of referencing like the fawn was, if you want to say, my son Ethan, whom they, meaning like this group, the Illuminati / Mason / all of it, killed 10 to 11 years ago. And then she didn't say wanting, but her seeing me, the mom, die, but at least then they can be together. It was a download, kind of like people saying things, and it's seeming to talk about deer, but they're seeming to say things, maybe a figure of speech, but then the download will be like, take it very literally, and that's actually the truth, like a lady the other day saying to me, speaking of her grandchildren, but how they're so precious, I eat them up. But these people they eat children, they eat babies, they eat children, they eat people, they eat grown people who are like more like me, but they won't be eating me because they cannot kill me. And even right now, like I probably don't have privacy even right now. They're probably somehow recording me even through my own phone. My storage unit is probably being filmed or at least audio recorded everywhere I am. And I feel, and so I can sense, like there's a guy who got on at the gym bus stop last night, and then he was on the bus today. I could feel he's one of them. I know it, and I know that he's like, basically these are like hitmen trying, they want to take me out. And there's like this older black man, he's always dressed real fancy for no reason apparently. He gets off where I do, and he like just goes to Hardee's. It's like, I have been riding this bus for maybe, I don't know, a month. And this guy's riding it every day now, but only for like less than a week. It's like, you're new. You're a new wannabe handler. Like, the white guy from the gym stop, that was on the bus even just this afternoon. Like, he's new. These people didn't just like move here, and just happen to not own cars. Like, they're just, part of this group trying to take me out. It's massive, the amount of people. I'm the real superstar. And I can't say that I would ever have wanted this, but the future and the reasons I've come here to Earth this time, the things I have to accomplish, I will accomplish. And it's fucked up that my whole life thus far has been like the Truman Show. But despite that, like, I forgive, even though they're still doing this stuff. Like, I'm not retaliating, I will kill someone in self-defense, but that's the only way I would kill anybody. And they're not gonna put a hand on me. I like to see them try. Their hearts will stop beating, or your brains will stop functioning. They'll have an aneurysm or a heart attack. If they try to like veer over, if I'm walking on the road, on the side of the road, to like hit me on purpose and stuff, then their steering wheel will like not work. It will turn the other way, or like, these are real things that will happen when footsteps try to, let's say, get off where I do and follow me like at night to where I'm trying to sleep. They literally will die on the way there trying. They will not succeed. And I know that. I know it. I know it more than I've known anything. And they would do well. Y'all would do well to quit. You're not ahead. You're not getting ahead, but you would do well to quit. You will lose your life coming for me. And I keep warning. And I tell my ancestors and spirit guides to give them fair warning and then take them out. If they step 1 foot off this bus to follow me, to harm me, or if in their heart they're looking and plotting to see how they can kill me, give them fair warning and then take them out. Or, if it's better suited, take out the one that they love most in this world. But then I kind of say something like, but if it's a child, and the child is not one of these vampires, and the child is innocent, then I'd rather it be the person himself and not the child. And that's what's going on in 2026.